In the northwest corner of Africa, along the Atlantic coast, lies a barren stretch of desert, Western Sahara. With just over 600,000 people, this land has been the center of one of the world's longest unresolved conflicts. Here we find Africa's last colony, its longest-running refugee crisis, and one of the largest military wars on Earth. But why? Why is this seemingly empty desert so valuable and so contested? The Sahrawi people and Spanish colony. The indigenous Sahrawi people are of Arab and Berber descent, nomads who for centuries roamed the desert with camels and goats. In the late 19th century, during Europe's scramble for Africa, Spain claimed the territory, naming it the Spanish Sahara. At first, the desert seemed worthless. But in the 1940s, vast phosphate deposits were discovered, among the largest in the world. From then on, Western Sahara became a land of strategic and economic importance. The dream of independence and Polisario front. After World War II, independence movements spread across Africa. In 1973, the Polisario Front was born, aiming to liberate Western Sahara from Spain. Their guerrilla attacks put serious pressure on the colonial authorities. But Morocco and Mauritania soon stepped in, each claiming the land as their own. Morocco insisted Western Sahara had always been part of its historical territory. The Green March and Spain's exit. In 1975, the International Court of Justice declared, the Sahrawi people, not Morocco or Mauritania, must decide their own future. But Morocco's King Hassan II launched the historic Green March. Over 300,000 Moroccans, carrying flags and Qurans, poured into Western Sahara. Faced with political turmoil, Spain quickly withdrew. Through the secret Madrid Agreement, Spain handed control to Morocco and Mauritania, ignoring the Sahrawis' right to independence. Guerrilla war and the Berm Wall. In 1976, the Polisario Front declared the Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic. War erupted. Mauritania eventually backed out, but Morocco stood firm, backed by powerful allies. In the 1980s, Morocco built a massive desert barrier, the Berm. Stretching over 2,700 kilometers, fortified with landmines and sensors, it split Western Sahara in two. It remains one of the longest military walls in the world today. Ceasefire and stalemate. In 1991, the United Nations brokered a ceasefire. The promise was simple, a referendum to let the Sahrawi people choose, independence or integration with Morocco. But 3 decades later, that vote has never happened. The dispute centers on one question: who gets to vote? Morocco has encouraged settlement to shift demographics, while the Polisario insists only original Sahrawis should decide. Economy and geopolitics. Today, Morocco controls about 80% of Western Sahara. It benefits from lucrative phosphate exports and one of the richest fishing zones in the Atlantic. International powers complicate the conflict. France, the US, and the EU often back Morocco, while Algeria strongly supports the Polisario. This geopolitical tug-of-war keeps the conflict frozen in time. Western Sahara remains Africa's last colony, a land where the right to self-determination exists on paper, but not in reality. For the Sahrawi people, decades of struggle continue.